Alrighty. So, last stream I discussed possibly doing a horror game, and I think the internet must have heard me because as soon as I log into Steam this evening, yeah, evening, um, right on the front page, suggested for you or whatever was Layers of Fear. And I watched the trailer and I'm like, that's a game I need to play in the daytime and definitely not by myself. Um, and by not by myself, I mean I need people to be there while I'm playing it. Um, so I decided to play a game I've actually played before, but it was a while ago, like at least a couple years. So I don't exactly remember everything about it. So I decided I want to play the Stanley Parable because it's fun and it's chill and it's kind of weird, but it's not gonna keep me up at night. All right, so let's get it going, hopefully. I remember it being fun. So, let's see. I want to make sure that it is seeable. So I'm checking out my stream on my phone because I don't have. Oh man, it looks stupid. All right, hold up. I'm gonna do shit. Actually, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. I should have changed the video first. Yes. Okay. So that I can fucks with it. I don't know how to make it not look like this. Ah, okay. I'm not a perfectionist. That's just gonna have to be okay. All right. Let's do. Oh wait, not audio, video. Okay. All right. Let's get going. The end is never the end is loading. Yay. Click to skip.
This is the story of a
Not
man
skipping.
named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee
Awesome.
427 did
Sounds fun.
every day, every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What's it like to have that job?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Without being told to? Oh, this is where we come in. Alright, so I move with the mouse and the keys. Okay. General, normal sort of thing. Alright. I know it's not like the best aspect ratio I got going on, but I think that's the best I can do. Can we do things on here? I forget how you can do things. If at all. Maybe not at all. Alright, let's move on. Alright. No one in here. Stanley walks very fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To me, that signals go home early. Especially tomorrow. Fuck tomorrow. Look, paper. Can't do anything with it. Okay. I don't know where the meeting room is. It's not that. Ah! Oh my god. I'm okay, I got this. Meeting room? No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he? I remember this. Alright, it's gonna be fun. Ah! Found the meeting room!
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Just for not getting
Feeling a
fired.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on the on all the text. Oh, it's too fast. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Ah, this is corporate life. Yeah. I get this more now. Last time I had not worked in a corporate sort of situation at all. Number of slides on the slide. Okay. To-dos. I don't want to read this anymore. Okay. I don't know where the boss's office is. Well, I guess I'm not going back that way. So, here we go. Hopefully it's this way. Oh, well, I found stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I do remember him saying upstairs. So, oh. This is quite a different feel. In here, I assume? Open door?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
It's a secret.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No. How do I know this? That's a question.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh! Hello. Hello, passage. There's a lot more talking in this than I remember. Alright, cool. I feel like we go down? We go down. So I saw John Wick 3 last night. It was pretty excellent. Definitely recommend. Okay.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Did he snap? Like that? Did he snap like whatever made that snapping sound? I feel like that's the thing.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Alright, but we're gonna go this way. Because I'm just gonna play along the first time. Oh!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. Here we go. Alright.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
Oh,
building, Stanley's co-workers.
we were over
The
there.
lives of so many
That one, I think.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Damn, alright. Ooh, this way. Elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Wait, I'm sorry. What about tomorrow? What did I say about tomorrow? I can't remember. Oh, someone played this already? Eh! I've been thinking about playing it for like...
No.
Whoa!
He refused to
No.
believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
did I say
unthinkable.
something?
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, if I did say that, I'm not surprised. Oh. Oh, because it's the holiday weekend. That's why I said that.
But here
It's the
was
only reason.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls
Ooh.
labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Damn right I will. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of talking in this game. I really forgot that, so I'm gonna have to be kind of quiet. What's this way? Well, quiet-ish. My controls idle, awaiting input. What's this way? Oh. Oh, I see.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I feel like I skipped a part. Or I could just turn it off and see what happens. Did I do it wrong? I think I did it wrong.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Okay.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Turned it
What
off.
other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way right now that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, GG guys, thanks for watching. I'm kidding. And is there the end? Is there the end? Is loading. I love that. Here we go again. I remember the first time I played this and I got through that and then it did that and I was like, huh? I thought oh, it dawned on me what the whole thing with this game was. Actually, I'm going to see, like decrease the mouse sensitivity. I walk really fast and alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, just kidding. Do not like, hello, I just put there. Way too low. A little less slow. That should be okay. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Right, the meeting room is this way. I'm gonna go the same way, see what happens when I press more
When
buttons.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Talk less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Do
boss's
only-
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, up to the boss's office.
Coming to a staircase,
Yes.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Which makes me wonder if how he knew where his boss's office was.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I pissed off the narrator. So I'm getting some...
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Excellent. Right, nothing this way. Yes, but we're not going to go that way this time. Alright. Yes. Pew, pew.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, we did. Or I did. Wait. I am Stanley. Stanley is me. I turned on the lights.
The lights
Huzzah.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think so. What's this box? Are all those boxes? Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired.
Each bore the number of an
4, 2,
employee
damn
in the
it.
building, Stanley's co-workers. The
And
lives of
Stanley.
so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I think he's having an
No,
existential
he
crisis.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, didn't do anything. Oh, it's because it's offline. Okay. So there was a 4 up there. No, it doesn't do anything. Oh. A 3 over here. I see a 5 up there. Um, hmm. Oh, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 to 2, a 3 over there, 4 up there, 5 over there. Alright, let's see what happens when we click buttons. Nothing? Okay. Still nothing. I'm just gonna keep clicking. See what happens. I don't know. Probably nothing's gonna happen. I am most likely just wasting time. Let's see. The big screen over there. Yeah, no, nada. Alright, so there's numbers there and there. I don't think there's numbers anywhere else that I've seen like that, but maybe there's a 0 somewhere that I didn't see. So let's see if we can find a 0. Didn't that do anything? Well, that's the 5. Maybe the numbers don't mean anything. So just the 3. This is just a really cool looking walkway. 2, 1. Gosh darn it. Okay. Perhaps there is nothing in that regard, as far as the numbers are concerned. But I don't want to go that way. Huh! A big red button. Should I press The big red button? I feel like I should press the big red button. I cannot press the big red button. Well, alright. Just kidding. No, not that way. Okay, let's see. Alright. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think these are gonna do anything, because I don't... My headphones just made the "we're gonna die" oop, signal. Or sound, what have you. Where's the... Yeah, there is no 0. Maybe it's a trick. Mind control, you know? Well, that certainly didn't do anything I didn't think it would, but... Alright. Hold on. I have to plug in my headphones or all is lost. Alright, now I won't randomly have no sound. I gotta get it online. I don't know why I thought that was interesting. Okay. I really want this big red button to do something. It is not clickable. 10. 10? No? Okay. I thought it was blinking. What's that say? Can't see. Hmm. Waiting for contact. Contact from what? I don't know what that is. Oops. Q is not how I walk forward. Hmm. I forgot this. It's probably not that puzzly. I'm probably just making it more difficult than it. Huh. I really thought the power button would do something. Damn it! Let me press you. Why won't you let me press you? I specifically didn't play Riven because I didn't want to do that much of a puzzle game. But here I am, being puzzled. It's called puzzles. Can I get up on stuff? No. Hmm. Hold on. Thank you. It's not just me, but I also just had the great thought
And
of
when at
what's...
last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Sure
After we
did!
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I
Oh!
turned off the machine. I set you free.
Oh.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other
Oh, I'm gonna
times,
die.
I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version
Oh.
of events has
Oh
been
no.
rather amusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't go
Ah,
on
Jesus.
trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Everything?
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Uh-huh.
what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No. I have zero idea.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
No
here's
idea.
a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I'm not
No
supposed to be
ending.
able to do this,
Just
am I?
you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of
Ah!
your inevitable laugh
Oh my
from the moment
god!
we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
So that went well. Forgot the narrator was a bit of a sadist. Alright. Yeah. Thanks. I can't remember, like, I thought there was this, like, I thought there was something to that puzzle, but I don't know. Maybe not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
So
Stanley
lovely.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
And then went straight through the door.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm
Coming
gonna
to
go
a
up
staircase,
this time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, oops. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. I literally got stuck. I have the feeling money is for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Interesting. Extreme bathrooms. Oh, I'm gonna try all of them. Because sounds like fun. Can I go this way? Oh, okay. Not this time. Next time.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Alright. It's kind of cool that it's just skipping right through it. Skip to the end. Loading, 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 loading. I don't know who that is. I'll look into it. Her. This time, we are not
Stanley walked
going
straight ahead through
to
the
the my.
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope. Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm gonna die anyway.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm gonna fall and die. Oh. Yeah. Here I was thinking I was just so unique playing Myst. Am I
As
not?
the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no
Ah!
consequence whatsoever.
Oh, Jesus.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Why can no jump out?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or oh no. I try not to be too nice.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know, man. Sick, twisted sense of humor.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Hmm. Yeah. This is neat. Yeah. I hit something. That's cool. No, see, I was like, no one else plays Myst. Like, literally, I thought I was just the only person, which is silly. Silly thought. Ah! Look, solitaire. Shit. Selection of the sounds used throughout the game. That's supposed to. I don't think that actually makes a damn bit of difference about anything, but. Alright. Let us continue. Yeah, I'm not a good therapist. Don't ask me questions. I don't like talking about my own feelings, let alone anyone else's. Alright, this just kind of goes on forever.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything useful? Perfect example of all level design.
Alright. I need to find. Oh, really? Yay. Okay. First, it's something. I'm generally speaking quite behind the curve. Like, never ahead, not even on. Quite behind. That's just how I am. Countdown test. Ah. Alright, how do I get out of here? Do I just hit restart? Or is it actually gonna... No, like, I mean in everything. Life, trends, everything. I'm just, like, behind the curve. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna restart the game. Here we go again.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
So, you do not take that turn in the mind control facility. Noted.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll do it this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. Stanley forgot where his boss's office was. Went down the stairs. Oh, to the garage.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Sure
And
didn't.
as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
It's always relieving.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yay.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Oh my
And while
gosh.
he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
The card
the
just...
truth was
Oh,
that,
there's
of
the card
course,
again.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife
I'm
and my
married?
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything is fine.
I am okay.
Oh, that didn't work.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah,
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is
I'm
Stanley.
gonna run around.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't stress out.
This is the story of a
Stress.
woman named Mariella.
Oh, okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Do you?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
Not a lot of control,
so it
huh?
was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This game. It's kind of... Alright, so... Don't go downstairs. Got it.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Ah! Oh my god.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, there's still a lot to explore in the left door. Like in the boss's office, and not in the boss's office, but like... Well, not... There is. Past the boss's office.
Yet there was not a single
There's another
person
direction
here
to go.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This time I will, because downstairs...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure did. That is where we are going. Or, follow me on this one. There's an elevator. What the fuck? Just, I'm sorry. What is this? What is this? Just like, fuck the World Wildlife Foundation, I guess? And pandas? You hate pandas? Fine. We're going down, apparently. Oh, I guess I could have gone up. No, I want to go up. You know, that's why I turned down the mouse sensitivity, because I was getting a little motion sick. But turning that down actually really helped. I noticed that happens with Skyrim on the computer as well. No, I didn't want that one! That one! That one! Oh no. This is the same place. Fine, we'll go down. Yeah, so that's why I changed that. It sounds like they're saying Stanley. Wow, we're just going on forever. How long is this elevator ride? Alright, I'm gonna press the button. Alright, so apparently it's an elevator to absolutely nowhere. So... yeah. That's definitely where I thought we were gonna go. But then, it just didn't go anywhere. Is it open already?
Here's the door.
Thank you.
Just go.
Now here, I think we can go this way. Or not. There's nowhere else to go, I don't think. When we go this way, so I'm actually gonna go back. Can I go back? Well, fuck. I cannot go back. So that sucks a little bit. Can I make a telephone call? Telephone call? Oh, my ear itches. Okay, so oopsie daisy. I thought we could go that way. Mobby. Ow. So I was supposed to go to the rock climbing gym, but my sister couldn't go anymore. So that's why this is happening tonight. Normally I climb on Thursdays. Well, recently I've started to climb on
Stanley
Thursdays.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right, because this way is the bad way. We don't want to go that way. Can we go this way? No. Alright. Here we go again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Ow.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have
Where's
the
my ear
strength
itch?
to find out?
Itchy. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Lights,
Their
cameras.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I too.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored.
And she
in
lives
this
around
place
here, so.
where freedom meant nothing.
Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe
No.
it.
No brothers.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yup.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
You know, no brothers. Yeah, so I'll go climbing tomorrow. Yay. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing. See if he blows me up again. See if I can manage to figure out
When
this.
at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Nope, not this time.
Oh, Stanley, You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Mm-hmm. That is what I wanted.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun,
Alright,
isn't it,
damn it.
Stanley?
I thought that was
It's
gonna
your
tell
time
me
to
more.
shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to
1.
know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the
Erased them.
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Ah!
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you
Shit!
sit there in your office forever.
Really?
Pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever
Unit
I come up
1.
with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Uh-huh.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold?
Sure
Do you
thought
have
so.
any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
So we're not going to the boss's office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley decided, but I didn't. Can we go this way? No. I'm tripping, but have these blinds always been here? I think I'm tripping.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Nope.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad
The door
at
shut,
following
didn't it?
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
And that door closed too. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ew. I see
This
what
is
you're
it,
trying to
Stanley.
do.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
What?
She's been waiting.
It's kind of creepy, to be quite honest. Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Huh?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Ah!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here,
It's
Stanley.
rude.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And
It's the
each day
keypad.
that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
This is lovely.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I don't have a cup, though.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy
Oh
world,
my god.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stand.
I know, right?
The next time the
I hit
store
I
asks
instead of,
you to
or
push a button, do
1
not
instead of I.
do it.
Okay, I'm kind of scared what's gonna happen if I don't press the button. Can I leave? I can't leave. I'm just kind of stuck in here, I guess, until something happens. Hopefully nothing else jumps out at me. I don't want to press the button, but it's really boring not pressing the button. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Just realized it's getting kind of late. Oh no. So, like, I guess I just sit here if I don't press the button? Like, I think I might give in, because I feel like it's my only way out. Huh, that's telling. Yeah. I have no feet. Wow, why is it so dirty over here? Yeah, I'm supposed to be clicking on things or doing something, like, I don't know. Can I call somebody? Can I phone a friend? Ugh, I think I am. I think I'm gonna give in. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Don't kill me every fucking time. Well, I mean, fine.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But
Nope.
I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
It's a good idea.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe I ran out of keys
And
to
I
press.
tried again.
Ah!
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Next time, maybe? That was a good idea. Alright. So...
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
yeah, I'll try that again.
When Stanley
If it
came
pops
to a
up.
set of 2 open...
Oh.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Sure
and
isn't.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Got stuck on the door.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I will do that,
And
actually.
so he detoured through the
But...
maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. Bye. Watch, this brings me to the furnace. I guess I could force that ending again.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Well, I guess it's left.
Oh, no.
Oh!
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not
That's
the
why I
right.
can't play horror
Why
games.
would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, okay. Oh!
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Just the doors closing startled me. I'm easily startled.
All
If
of his
it...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If it's just, like, psychologically scary, I can handle that. But, like, things popping out at me, one, it's not scary. It's just startling, and I'm easily startled. But I do like creepy. And, yeah, that's what make it... Thanks. I have to suffer for my... I hesitate to call it art. Wait.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Nope.
Did you move the story somewhere?
I didn't touch nothing.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, so now he wants to work together. Because he's all lost and shit. Sure. That's definitely where I... Is this where I came from? Yes. So... let's go this way. Oh, the walls are kind of weird in here. I think.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay,
Does it
let's
though?
give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, no. Yes, definitely much less facial hair.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I also don't want to... Whoa!
Okay, yep, it's worse. You're not You're remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. I don't see anything. I also don't want to, like...
Aha!
Oh.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
The fuck?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. What the fuck? Ew. What the hell?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Just taking it
We
all
both
away
know
from
you
me.
didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Rude.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
TM.
Just follow the line.
TM.
How simple is that?
TM. Just follow the line. Alright, I'll actually follow the line. Wait. What? Oh, okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa.
Ah!
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, never mind. I'll do anything to make this music
Cut the
stop.
music,
Thank
go
God.
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Is it a sword fern? Or let's see what kind of fern. There's types of ferns. I went on a hike and there were signs. There's a sword fern and a something else sword fern. And anyway, it's just a fucking fern. Like, I don't... Sure. Cool.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Fine, TM.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ah! There we are again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, so we're still trying with the line. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. I like how he's losing his shit, so he's like,
Now,
fuck this, let's
yes,
work together.
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
JFC, Jesus fucking Christ? Did I say that? But hey, look. Because I probably did. I say that a lot.
Oh,
Ew,
no,
the
not
line
you
again.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Just don't acknowledge it. Not looking at you, line. Not looking at you. The fuck? Definitely not following you. Oh, it's a round room.
A choice. We
Ooh.
get to make a decision. From
Yes.
here, the story is in our control.
Is
How
it though?
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse
Oh
door
shit.
that leads here.
Oh no, I came from
And
there.
that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do
Won't
it.
do
I
it.
won't do it.
Look, a door.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is
Wheel.
that made this schedule?
Same door.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
All right. Okay. I hate to do this. Because I'm going to forget. No, I won't forget. I think I'm going to have to stop here. It's getting late and I'm getting tired. And that's really the only reason. Um, It was a jump scare. Yeah, so I'm going to... It'll save, right? It saves? I feel like it saves. Anyway, we're gonna quit to menu. I love how you can't see me pointing, well, maybe. The cursor is here and there. I really hope it doesn't start me all over again. But if it does, so be it. Yeah, so that was at least a few endings of the Stanley Parable. Oh, look, I'm lagging. I don't know why that happens. Because it's on my end too, which it's a direct connection. I don't get it. Why it? Anyway, enough of that. I'll probably never figure it out. But thank you for hanging out, and I'm probably gonna try the Stanley Parable again. Well, keep going anyway. Just gotta get all the endings. All right. So yes, many endings and achievements. Okay, cool. So thanks for hanging. Have a good evening, and see you next time. And I have no idea when that'll be. Goodbye.